Do you ever wonder what you're really paying for when it comes to services being done in your home? With HAMCO Heating and Cooling, you're getting value, quality materials, and great customer service.
Andrew, when it comes to the bottom line, the pricing, what are we getting when it comes to the service and the products and everything that we're getting?
You're getting a little different service with HAMCO. So some of the things we do is we do use higher end materials than the competition.
Okay.
And we do have this lovely shop that we're actually in. So we do actually employ a gentleman. He works here 24 hours a day, essentially, basically making sheet metal fittings.
So okay, so it's customized.
Everything is custom made for your job site, and it's pre-made in advance. So we do have the ability to have a higher quality. It's not made under duress or under essentially a basement floor, which a lot of the guys, that's when you get a really aggressive price. It's usually a subcontractor. He doesn't have any of the materials we have here or the machinery, and it's being made on a basement floor.
Okay, so
when
we
do
look
sacrifice quality
at the bottom line and we see the price,
yeah,
and we compare and we do our quotes,
yeah,
there's a reason why we may be paying either slightly more, or
yeah,
when you're comparing prices, it's
yeah,
the quality that's going into this.
Correct. So even the materials we use, even the gauge of metal we use traditionally is probably 2 degrees higher than the average competition, and we have the capability of making all these beautiful custom fittings, which you wouldn't get on a basement floor.
Okay, so customizing the pieces is really key when it comes to all the work that's being done for a furnace or air
Now some jobs are very straightforward where you don't need some of these elaborate fittings, but if we're doing a relocate like we had in a previous episode, or basically a new addition, you need something a little more intricate, you're not going to be able to whip that up in advance.
Okay, now let's talk about the materials that you're using. Because when I walked around here, it's a different material. You said it was thicker?
It is thicker. So we used actually about 3 different gauges of metal. So we use 30 gauge for light stuff, 28s for our average sheet metal. The competition traditionally is using a 30 or 32. And what that translates to is when the furnace or air conditioner comes on, you're getting basically snapping or popping of the ductwork. So we use a higher quality, you're not going to get that. So that translates to noise.
And you can hear that in the house.
You will. So that's because the gauge of metal they've used is very light.
So we're not going to get that when we have a customized product that's a little bit thicker.
You got it.
Ah, perfect. Well, where can somebody go to get more information on HAMCO?
HAMCO.ca, Tracy.
Well, thank you very much for all your useful information today.
You're welcome.